Alright guys, we're back on the Predator 4000 generator. Look, recap here. This came into the shop. It had no, wasn't running. And the carburetor was completely messed up. Ordered a new carburetor. Got the carburetor on. Couldn't get it to run 100% correct. So in that video, I went ahead and started testing just for power on the generator aspects, and we had power. Well, after the second video of actually getting the generator to run consistent, I've lost power. So somewhere in between the first and second video, there's no power anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and run through the generator and see if we can fix this, or if this is just going to be a dud of a generator now. I've went ahead and already taken the back completely apart. As you can see in here, I have the brushes right here, and I've already taken those off. They look fairly well. There's one brush that has a little chip on it, but we're going to be testing that. And here are all your connections that run directly to your outlet. This is your AVR. This is your alternating voltage regulator. This connects into the brushes, and this actually connects into the windings. And then from the windings, which is the outside portion, right here you can see the windings. You got your rotor on the inside middle, which is connected to this spindle part right here. So the way this works is that as you're running, this will spin, and there's magnetism created in between the rotor and the windings, pumped out through the connections into the outlet area over here, and that is where I have no power. So we're going to go ahead and take off the panel and see if any of the breakers are bad. Just starting from scratch again. I've already looked at this a couple times. When this came in, a bunch of bolts were all loose, and I went ahead and tightened them up, and for some reason now I have no power. So that part really sucks, because I don't know what happened between that. So we're going to take that apart and try to figure out where exactly I'm losing power at. So for safe measures, we're going to go ahead and hook this back up and run it one last time, hoping that you guys bring me some good luck. And it starts with no problem and generates power. So what I'm doing right now is hooking up the brushes back, and I'm going to leave everything still disconnected. I was talking to somebody and they said to go ahead and check and make sure all my grounding was correct, and I believe it all is. It's just one of those things that I just don't, I'm trying to figure out where in the world I'm losing power at, and I cannot find out where. So we will go ahead and test it one more time. And I know for a fact that the one of the things I was worried about is that working with it, I was worried about breaking the governor in there, but if I adjust the governor at all, it actually does work. So that's working correctly, and it is set right back to where it was before I started messing with it. So now I'm going to go ahead and crank it, and we're going to just test, and hopefully it works. So one of the things that happens with the generator or the alternator part is that if you leave something in for too long and it doesn't have enough magnetism, it can actually draw out all the magnetism out of it, and then it won't be able to start. What I did right in the middle, or in the very beginning of that clip, is I took a regular hand drill, and if you put it in the forward position and you rotate it opposite direction, it excites the windings inside the drill, which backfeeds through the core, in through the plug, and back into the windings. Gets those excited, and then it's supposed to charge that with a little bit of magnetism, and once that happens, it's supposed to start turning this in the correct direction. So you gotta be careful with your hand. As you saw, that did not happen. So somewhere we don't have, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if the windings or the rotor is bad, and I've already changed out the AVR with a different generator, and that did not work either. So like I said, it was running, and then after I tightened everything up, something happened, and now we are not generating power here at the panel. Alright, so here is the inside, well, the back side of it so far. So we're going to just make sure that all of our connections are tight here. Nothing seems to be loose. Alright, so here is the inside, well, the back side of it so far. So we're going to just make sure that all of our connections are tight here. Nothing seems to be loose. And these go to the yellow wire is the low oil switch, and the other wires are for the starting switch. So I don't believe any of those is a factor. So we're going to go ahead and take off the back panel. Oh, that could have been a lot easier if I have two circuit breakers and another circuit breaker for the DC side, and we're going to test those. Let's go ahead and test those right now. We don't have any power on the system, so we're going to go ahead and switch our meters to the ohms and just see this. When you guys are testing these, this does not matter which way you have your leads. Ohms, I have about 0.8 to 1.0. Yes, I'm working on a Predator 4000 generator, and for some reason I have lost the power voltage even though the generator is running. Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can. Alright guys, so I gave up and I contacted the Harbor Freight Technical Support, and they were okay help. They're gonna get me some drawings for the electrical diagrams for this that I can't find online, and also talk to some other technical people and see exactly what's going on with this. I'm at a loss right now. Don't have the 120 I need at the connections, so I don't have the power I need coming out of the generator, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what kind of power and voltages I need at the specific areas before I go any further. But They said that would be like 2 to 3 days before they could get me any information and also talk to their technical guys. So, I'm reaching out to you guys. Do you guys have any suggestions, or if I'm doing something wrong or overlooking, overthinking something? Let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to get this thing having power again, and I'm at a loss for what this could be. Guys, as always, hit that thumbs up button. Even if you consider this a fail, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. But hopefully I'll get this working eventually, and I can post a video on that. But for now, it's nothing. Thanks guys for watching. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. Check out the other 2 videos on this about replacing the carburetor and getting it to the engine to actually run. And then you can see that it did have power at one point. Guys, I'll see you guys later.